say that? Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. My name is Scott Reich, and this is Crime Talk. We're coming to you live from CrimeCon here at Caesars Palace, CrimeCon 2026. If you've ever been to one of these, you know that there's a lot of people here. But this is probably the most of the CrimeCons. I think this is number 4 that we've been at, and this is by far the most I've seen at CrimeCon. Right now, I think I've heard anywhere between 8,000 and 9,000 people showing up, and the 8,000 seems a little low. I think it's closer to 9,000. It's been a great time, and getting to meet everybody that comes by and to say hi. It's been absolutely fabulous to meet the people that have come up and literally said, we've been watching you since Chris Watts. And like I said, it's such a humbling experience to meet everybody. And, you know, people come up and say, oh my gosh, I've been here with you from the beginning. It's a pleasure to meet you. And I'm the one that is the most appreciative. The fact that we're even here is a huge compliment and testament to all of you who watch us, subscribe, share our videos. So it has been absolutely great. Now, let me just give you an idea. We came here with a bunch of giveaways. All of our little keychain bag tags that we've had, I think we brought 3,000 of them. They're gone. They're all gone. We've had merch that we're selling, but since we feel bad that we ran out of free stuff to give away, we've been giving away the merch that we've had, particularly to people that have been lifelong Crime Talk subscribers, true Crime Talk aficionados, and so we're just giving them some shirts. So if you're here live, we've got a couple of them left. If you come by, say hi. Be more than happy to give you a shirt. Heck, we'll even have you sit down and you can tell us your story as to why you're here. So come by, say hi. We're here for a little longer. Tomorrow is the last day. We're going to leave a little early just because we've given away everything. But it's been great. One thing a lot of people have said, there's so many people here that it's almost a little overwhelming with the amount of people. A lot of people are like, I'm very introverted, and there's so many people. I want to come, say hi, and literally go to the seminars that they have that they're putting on and go back to their room because it is literally that many people. But it has been fabulous, to say the least, to have everybody here, to come by and say hi. Like I said, it's a very humbling experience when people come up and say, oh my gosh, you're one of my favorite YouTubers. We've signed up a lot of new people as well that have signed up, subscribed, and so we appreciate those people as well. It's been absolutely great. So many interesting people here. We've met a lot of new people that have offered to do a podcast with us to tell them about their stories. A lot of people have written books, have offered to come on and talk about books. So we're going to go through a lot of those, see which ones will be the most interesting, and we'll see where that goes from there. But we just wanted to go live. It's 3:40 in the afternoon. There's a lot of people that look tired here. I think they were out on they hit the town last night. We went gambling. We went to a show last night. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, it's so interesting when people come up like, oh my God, you're Scott Reich. And I'm just like, yes, hi, thank you. I appreciate you watching. Like I said, none of this would be possible without all of you who have come and said hi. Like I said, watch the videos. It's been absolutely great. And another thing that a lot of people say is that they're surprised at how many people are here and they feel just a real sense of community that, hey, I'm not the only one that, my hobby is keeping up on crime, seeing what's going on, see if I can't help in some way. I was talking to a nice lady that was here to ultimately have her mother's or grandmother's murder solved. It's a cold case. They can't get anything done. And I told her, as we say on our podcast all the time, that there's someone somewhere that knows what happened. It could be some guy sitting next to somebody in a bar and somebody starts talking, and that person may know something about the case that could lead to an arrest, possibly a conviction, right? People need finality when it comes to these type of cases, and what better way to do it than to get the word out for everybody. We can probably go take a quick stroll around the area here and see. Oh, let's see here. Scott Reich is always on his purpose. He's a quintessential role model and an ego ideal. Anyone who wants to succeed in life should follow his example of dedication and hard work. That's very nice. Going to meet up in Orlando, Nana. Yes, we'll probably be in Orlando next September. So a year from September, they'll have a big show in Orlando. We'll plan on being there as well. Like I said, we've had a lot of people as well that have asked us to come on their show. So hopefully it'll lead to even greater growth for Crime Talk. That would be fabulous. A lot of big name people that have come and said, like I said, some nice things. Just a little guy with a podcast that, puts out a daily show. And like I said, the big names are like, oh yeah, we know who you are. Oh, really? How do you know that? Some of them we've been on the Megyn Kelly channel before. They want to do some things. Had a nice conversation with the producers at Nancy Grace as well. They said that perhaps we'll have us on. They think that I could hold my own and spar pretty well with Nancy. I said, bring her on, bring it on. Let's go. We don't always have to agree with Nancy, but we'll tell it to her straight and straightforward. That's for sure. Now, here's a nice lady. Do you want? Hold on. Oh, well, come here. Have a seat. Come join us. Come here. Come on. Have a seat. Well, why did you come to CrimeCon? Here, I'll move over. You can have this seat right here.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
Have you ever watched Crime Talk with Scott Reich?
I have not. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. That's okay.
I'm learning about so many new things.
There are so many things. A little overwhelming, can't it be?
Yes, it's very overwhelming.
What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Janice, and I'm from New Jersey.
That is great. Why did you come to CrimeCon? Is this your first?
This is my first. I'm here with my daughter, and I had just seen it advertised, and I've seen the videos from previous CrimeCons.
Sure.
And we were actually supposed to go on a CrimeCon cruise.
Yeah.
But my son had to graduate from college instead.
That's probably more important. Maybe.
So this is the first one we've been able to make.
All right. So what has been the best experience, other than now you're live on YouTube for the world to see and tell your story? What's been the best thing other than this here at CrimeCon?
I think honestly, just learning about all the different, podcasts and things like that. Like I never really knew how much was out there.
There are a lot, aren't there?
Yeah. I'm actually doing a certificate program for IGG.
Okay.
So we're almost finished with that. So
for those who don't know, what's that?
It's investigative genetic genealogy.
Okay, that's huge right now.
Yeah.
A lot of cases have been solved because of genetic genealogy.
Yeah.
Like the Kohberger case, right?
The Garden State Killer.
Yep.
That was the first one I heard.
Gilgo Beach.
Virgo Beach.
That's in your neck of the woods.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So it's very interesting.
Well, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Are you going to check out Crime Talk with Scott Reich now?
Of course.
Okay. So, I mean, why wouldn't you, right? I mean, here, we cover all the hot stories that are going on a daily basis. We put a show
In
up
what-
every day, right? And you get the experience and the kind of inside baseball scoop from somebody that's practiced criminal defense for 32 years.
Oh, okay. Criminal defense, huh?
Yeah, but I tell it the way it is, right?
I like that.
A lot, I'll be the first one to say, like the Koberger case. I was like, well, maybe he's got a shot, but then the DNA came in, and I'm like, oh, it's over.
I like one of the things that we had just learned about, because courts are not still sure about what to do with the DNA evidence and family trees and things like that, the way that they get to that. But I found it interesting that one of someone's defense, I forget which case it was, you may know, but talking about how their privacy rights were violated because their DNA was collected at a crime scene, which I always thought was...
Well, you abandon your DNA at the crime scene. You have no expectation of privacy when you leave your DNA behind, like the Brian Koberger case, right? On the K-bar, the little button, and what's the argument? You left it there, right? And the genetic genealogy, they check it out, they get a match, then they go to the court and they get the DNA so they can confirm it's a match, and they've established probable cause at that point. And what are they supposed to do? I mean, that's where the facts lead them, right?
Yeah, I just thought it was pretty funny to use violating your privacy as a defense.
Well, as a defense attorney, I get it. They're being creative. They got to do what they have to do.
Creative.
But I think it's a losing argument.
Me too. Me
It
too.
doesn't work because, like I said, you abandon your DNA, the evidence at the crime scene.
Right.
So how can you say, oh, don't touch my DNA, it's a violation of my privacy? Or what is out there in the public, like what you put in your trash can, and they
Right.
get,
Although my daughter, she's here with me today, but we were talking about that yesterday because she still feels it's kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better word, icky to like go through somebody's garbage and get their DNA that way.
I know, but once again, it's abandoned.
I know.
You've left it out there for the world to see. There's no privacy left in the world.
That's true. That's true. But somehow she feels it's different than if you leave your DNA at a crime scene. Now I'm deliberately going through your garbage to get your DNA.
I know, but it's well established
it's
Supreme
well
Court
established
case law that
procedure.
once you put it out there for the world, cops can go through it at the end of the street. Usually they're a little more sophisticated. They pick it up at the end of the block.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is, it's still there.
Yeah.
And then they test it, they narrow it down, and they're like, this person came from maybe the dad, let's say hypothetically, that it matches him. Then they can use that to, like I said, go get a search warrant for the suspect's DNA. They match it then, and they have a court order at that point, and then they match it, all those loci on the DNA scale, and
Pretty
bam.
much case closed. Yeah. How do you get your ideas? If you're talking every day,
Yeah.
like where do you get your ideas for interesting cases and things like that to talk about?
We scour the news,
Okay.
and then when we find a case that we're obviously following, we like to go to the source documents,
Okay.
go to the actual pleadings, because frankly, there's a lot of the word of the day is misinformation.
Yeah.
So we like to go to the actual pleadings themselves and see what's going to be said.
So do you have people all over the country, or you guys are going yourselves?
It's me, myself, and I have I have two producers that help us out to find this stuff, to do the research, so that we make sure we get it right. Obviously, we don't want to accuse anybody of anything, and so we give them obviously the presumption of innocence, unless and until they plead guilty or are convicted by a jury of their peers.
That's good. Remind everybody that.
We every day we have to do that because I don't want to get sued, And
Of course not.
they are entitled to the presumption of innocence under the Constitution.
Absolutely. Do you ever work on any cases where it is the person's trying to prove their innocence?
Yes.
In terms of like they've already been convicted?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we look at that because when somebody does post-conviction relief,
Yeah.
it has to be new evidence. It has to be evidence that wasn't available or wasn't reasonably discoverable at the time to open those cases back up again. So they're very difficult. They're
That
very
can be hard,
difficult.
yeah.
They're very difficult to do. And the reality of it is it's just really tough once you get convicted to be able to establish this new evidence. We see it oftentimes even in death penalty cases. They're like, I'm innocent, go back and retest it. And most good prosecutors will say, let's go test it, because most good prosecutors are going to say, oh, we don't want to convict an innocent person,
Right.
and we
They
certainly don't want to
the
put them
person
to death.
die. Yeah.
I mean, my experience is the prosecutors want to get the right person.
Yeah.
I don't think most of them go around saying, let's just go randomly pick
It's
somebody
hard.
and do it.
It's hard though, because as a layperson, though the prosecutors who don't want that are the people that we see on TV and the talk shows. And,
You hear about it,
Yeah.
but the technology has gotten so much better over the years where, with body cam evidence,
Yeah.
before it was, they coerced they beat me with a rubber hose, they coerced
Yeah.
me. Well, now all that stuff is videotaped. And so I can tell you my personal practice, we used to file motions to suppress all the time. Oh, he didn't know, he didn't understand. And it was, your word versus the police officer. And, and sometimes you can make some hay of it, but now it's always on videotape and everybody talks. They can't help themselves.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's definitely changed. The amount of cameras that are around, just all the technology that's being used now. It's really hard to get away with things.
It's very difficult these days. And
Actually, when my family, we did had our DNA tested, and I said to my kids, no more crime. Anybody who does something, you're going to get caught now.
yeah, and what you see now is there's so much backlog. Insane kits, sex assault.